Ed, it was in a place called Bournemouth in England, and it's a nice place, but it's a bit rough, and I'd never played a gig that size before. It was like 2,000 or 3,000 people, and I got on stage and I just lost my shit. I was so nervous, and I was just this, it was the worst gig I've ever played. I was just this wreck, and nothing was working, everyone was talking, and I thought, I know what I'll do, I'll play The Sound of Silence because that's really quiet. I don't know what was going through my head. Sometimes when I play that song, I tell this really crap joke before I say, oh, this is a new song of mine, and then I play it. And because it's such a famous song, I kind of think everyone's going to know it was a joke. But anyway, after this gig, I was at the bar, needless to say, on my own, sitting there with a drink, feeling pretty sorry for myself. This little 14-year-old kid, really sweet, sort of nervous boy came over to me and was like, oh, I just wanted to say that I really like that new song of yours. I was like, can this night get any fucking worse? And you know, on any other night I would have been like, look dude, sorry, that was a really crap joke. Buy a guy called Paul Simon, go and check him out and change your life. On this night, because I had such a terrible night, I said thank you very much. Probably going to be on the next record, maybe. So yeah, there's a kid in Bournemouth somewhere who despises me. At least one. There may be others, but one for sure. Yeah, that was a dreadful night. So this next song is a really old song, and I started playing it again because I feel like I should explain why it is that I write such bloody miserable music. This song kind of helps to clear it up. It comes in two parts. Here's the story. It's pretty pathetic. I had a girlfriend a while ago, believe it or not, and we were together for about 3 years, and it was fine, but not great. We had our problems, and we ended up breaking up. And but doing that thing where you break up, but you still kind of see each other because you just, it's nice and warm and fluffy still. She's not fluffy, that sounded like she's sort of bear. She's a human. What the fuck? I've never told a story as bad as this. Good. So we've established that I date human beings. Alright. Anyway, so
we love you anyway, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks for understanding. So anyway, I think she got fed up with this arrangement and she moved to Barcelona to do some teaching over there. And I thought fair enough really, and I wanted to write her a song about how I miss her, but for it not to turn into some horrifically cheesy Celine Dion moment. You know? So that was the idea behind the song. So I wrote it, and she went to Barcelona, and we kind of stayed in touch loosely on email. We're being very cool about it. And then a few weeks later, she sent me an email saying that she found a new man. She found a Spanish man who was incidentally very handsome. I'm actually over it, that's fine. Yeah, so I suddenly realised after reading this email that however kind of cool I'd been before, I actually was madly in love with her, and I wrecked it all by being such an idiot. So I moped around in my pants all day and ate cereal, and then I found my best friend in the evening and we went out for a drink, and the drink turned into 48,000 and we got drunk, and I was just complaining all night and whinging on about how unfair everything was. And at the end of the night he said to me, look man, you've got two options. Option A, you just take it on the chin and you move on, find somebody else, fish in the sea and all that. Option B, you can go and win her back. So being hammered, I thought option B sounded like loads of fun. Moving on, boring. Alright. So I stumbled home and I got on the internet and I booked some tickets to go to Barcelona. Yeah, and bloody way too easy to book tickets at 3 in the morning. Who else books plane tickets apart from drunk ex-boyfriends at that time of month? There should be some sort of test on there, you know. Anyway, I booked some tickets and I went out a couple of days later and surprised her at work. And well, good surprise, it wasn't. And she was shocked. We went out for dinner and I told her that I'd made a mistake, and she said she was really sweet about it. She was lovely, but she said, "I'm really sorry. I've met this new guy, and you know, I think it's going to work with him." So that was that. And brilliantly, when I was drunk, I booked myself 3 nights in Barcelona. So that was thoughtful of me. So I checked out some architecture, had a cry, and went home. And it was pretty much the most miserable 3 days of my life. So I wrote part 2 of this song in a pub in Barcelona when I was just drinking on my own. It sounds like I drink on my own a lot, I don't. This just happens to be 2 isolated incidents. But anyway, so listen, this is Anti-Love Song, part 1 and 2. I hope you enjoy it more than I did. It goes something like this. This is not just another song about when somebody leaves. I'm not going to start banging on about not being able to breathe without you, because we don't inhale love, and if we did then I'd be asthmatic, or at least allergic to dust. I'm not going to sing about your suitcase or your taxi outside, because every mug in a coffee shop is sung 800 times an hour. Feed you these recycled lines, but I'll miss you. I'm not gonna sit up through long lonely nights, crying into ice cream and smelling your tights. Oh wow, sorry, there's a few disgusting lines in this song. You crap at keeping in touch, yeah, I know what you're like, but I'll miss you. No, it's not like in the movies when somebody leaves. I'm not going to make a mad dash to the airport and get down on my knees. Because they're much more security conscious since 9/11. They without a valid ticket, and that would just be a massive waste of money. I'm not going to talk about some never-ending loved one that seas gone divide and words gone describe the stuff dreams and make of. Because we're both still young and we've got to do loads more stuff, but I'll miss you. I won't walk down to the seafront with my iPod on, looking all grumpy, kicking pebbles along. Cause this ain't Titanic, and I fucking hate Celine Dion. I miss you. So that's part 1. Part 2 is a bit less smart. Sitting in an Irish pub in the middle of Barcelona. The Guinness is disgusting, I'll have another bottle of Corona. I've come all this way, but I still don't think that I've shown her exactly what she's done to my heart. Dutch courage, until I feel like Jack Bauer. But if it works so well, why isn't Holland a superpower? I see nothing brave in getting drunk just to sour the sweetness of a broken heart. Well, I've drunk so much coffee, my eyes have started to twitch. And I've eaten so much tapas that it's made me feel sick. She's got a new Spanish boyfriend, probably with a massive dictionary. So they understand each other better, sorry. You see, I spent all my money to feel anything but regret. I spent 2 days in Catalonia that I would sooner forget, and I cried at the airport into a stale ham on baguette. It's not my idea of a good time. You know, everybody's told me, at least I've done all I can do. It makes me feel no better, 'cause I don't believe it's true. I could take a sniper rifle to a Spanish boyfriend. And that's just about where I left it. Thank you very much for your attention.